Deep Thoughts, Shallow Host, live from the padded room in my basement. It's the only show that asks the big questions and then immediately forgets them. I'm your Uncle Bob. Let's get into it.
Hey, come here. Let me ask you something. You ever get that feeling, you're looking at a platypus, or maybe you're trying to figure out your taxes, and you just think, nobody's driving this thing, are they? The whole cosmic operation is just a bunch of stuff bumping into other stuff with no plan whatsoever.
You're not crazy. Well, okay, you might be, but you're in good company. See, a while back, a couple of over-caffeinated German eggheads tried to take the entire sloppy mess of existence and file it away neatly in a little philosophical filing cabinet. But existence, my friend, does not like filing cabinets. It prefers to spill coffee on the files and set them on fire. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this philosophical bar fight. First up is this fella, Immanuel Kant. Now, I want you to picture the most uptight manager of the universe's seediest dive bar. He believes everything, and I mean everything, should run on pure, simple logic. The coasters are stacked, the bar nuts are alphabetized, and every conversation has to follow a strict set of rational rules. He thinks he's finally got it all figured out.
But then art and beauty walk in. They're not on the schedule. They're not following any of the rules. Art is doing graffiti on the bathroom stalls, and beauty is singing so loud it's shattering all the beer mugs. Kant's whole perfect, tidy little system of reason just goes right out the window. It's a catastrophe. His brain just short-circuits.
And this is the moment he absolutely loses it. He's the guy who wrote all the laws for the universe, right? And he suddenly realizes he forgot to outlaw chaos. It's still allowed. The horror! He's panicking because he can't give a speeding ticket to a sunset. Get a load of this head case. So he comes up with this nutty idea to explain it all. Get ready for this one. Purposiveness without purpose. You know what that is? It's like my neighbor Stan, who spent 6 months building a perfect 2-scale replica of a '72 Chevelle out of toothpicks. There's a plan, there's order, it's incredible. But why? What's the point? There is no point. That's art, baby. It's a perfectly built road that goes absolutely nowhere, and it drove Kant completely bananas.
So while Kant's having a full-blown meltdown in the manager's office, let's talk about the next guy. At the end of the bar, you got Schopenhauer. He's the gloomy regular who's been there all day. He looks at the beautiful mess art made, he looks over at Kant losing his mind, takes a long sip of his warm beer, and just says, "You dope. The chaos is the whole point." He called it the will. Not your will, not my will. The will. It's that blind, stupid, irrational urge that makes you elbow a grandma out of the way to get the last flat-screen TV on Black Friday. It's not smart, it doesn't have a plan, it just wants. And according to this guy, that dumb, blind wanting is what's running the entire universe. We're all just puppets of a cosmic shopping addiction. But here's where this guy's logic just ties itself in a knot. He says art can be sublime in 2 ways. First, there's the kind that lets you escape that nagging, needy will, like looking at a calm landscape painting. But then he says, if the art is, say, a beautiful woman, whoops, that doesn't help you escape the will at all, that just throws you right back into the deep end of wanting stuff. So beauty is an escape, unless it's the kind of beauty that makes you not want to escape? Pick a lane, pal. Buzz off, you silly goose. I mean, get a load of this head case. His big complaint is that women are the unaesthetic. And you want to know why? Because they're too full of life, too real. Can you believe this guy? He's mad that the thing that creates life is too lively. This guy's brain is a bag of wet squirrels. He's trying to find a quiet library in the middle of a rock concert and is blaming the band for being too loud. All right, so Kant is hiding in the back room and Schopenhauer is just crying into his beer. That's when the door to the bar gets kicked clean off its hinges. In walks Friedrich Nietzsche. He sees the broken glass, the graffiti, the chaos, and he jumps up on the table and starts doing a guitar solo on a broom. He's not here to clean up the mess. He is the mess. See, Nietzsche saw the whole universe as a cosmic cage match. In one corner, you got Apollo. Order, rules, the guy who alphabetizes a spice rack. In the other corner, you got Dionysus. Chaos, instinct. The guy who wakes up at 3 a.m. and decides he's going to deep fry a shoe. For Nietzsche, life isn't about one of them winning. It's about the beautiful, glorious brawl between the two. So what's the game plan? Well, Nietzsche's recipe is simple. Step 1. You stare right into the terrifying, meaningless, chaotic abyss of existence. Don't you dare blink. Step 2. You use that terror and chaos to make something. A painting, a song, a really weird sandwich, I don't care. You turn the horror into art. Step 3. Do it again, but get weirder with it. And this, right here, is the final punchline of this whole philosophical brawl. The truth of the universe. That it's a cold,
meaningless, chaotic mess is just too much. It'll burn your eyes right out of your skull. So art is the safety goggles. It's the only thing that lets us look at all of it without going completely insane.
And that's the whole ball game. You can't just talk about the chaos. You gotta live it. You gotta put on the safety goggles and dive in head first. I'm telling you, it's the only way. This whole thing reminds me of my buddy Kevin's 4th wedding.
So I was at my buddy Kevin's 4th wedding. 4th. The man is a champion of misplaced optimism. Anyway, the theme was medieval luau. Don't ask. The maid of honor was wearing a coconut bra over a full suit of chainmail. It was already a beautiful mess.
But the centerpiece, the absolute masterpiece of it all, was a 10-foot ice luge for pouring cheap vodka down. And it was carved in the shape of an angry badger. A scientifically inaccurate badger with 6 legs, mind you. There was no order, there was no reason. It was just pure distilled chaos.
And let me tell you, after the 3rd toast from the badger's mouth, things got, well, they got Dionysian. Kevin's new father-in-law tried to joust the DJ with a tiki torch. Someone filled the chocolate fountain with gravy. It was a beautiful, glorious disaster. And you know what? It was the best wedding I've ever been to.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? What's the nice, neat conclusion we can all go home with? There isn't one. Trying to wrap it all up with a neat little bow is missing the whole damn point. To conclude is ugly. The beauty is in the mess. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go see if I can deep fry this microphone.